Okay, I decided to make a quick video about something cool that I finally figured out that I've been trying to figure out for actually some time now, and it's actually in the end it was a fairly simple setup to actually get it, and it's to be able to call an animation through Kismet onto the character and have it blend in to the existing animations. Um, what I've done previously is like for attacks and things like that, play the animation through matinee, and still, as far as I know, um, there's no way to actually blend the matinee sequence into an existing an object with an existing animation, or even within matinee. I'm not even sure if it's possible to blend through animations within matinee. So, but anyway, let me show how I've got that set up. Okay, so the first thing, very important parts, the animation tree, which which has been the area that I always knew if the blending was going to work, it was going to be from within the animation tree first. So I always kept looking back and trying to find exactly uh, uh, what actually needs to be set up, possibly, and so on. And I finally found this. So um, these are my possible blends, and the reason why I ended up chaining them like this is it's actually possible in this node to chain a few of them, or all of them. But what I've found is when you play the animation through Kismet, it's a bit dodgy when you've got one animation playing over the top of another one or something like that. It kind of and again, it's about being able to push buttons as you like, and getting expected results. So um, by chaining them like this, you kind of bring in a new animation, even though the other one isn't necessarily finished or something, and that just seems to actually work a lot more solidly. So they'll blend over. They'll kind of be able to blend over on top of each other. Um, and that's pretty much it. The rest of my animation tree is exactly the same. All I did was plug these guys into the end of it, and these are my the amount of animations I've got. Um, I've also decided to set up a two-key attack system. So I have a punch key and I have a kick key, and I used my existing punch and reversed it, and I used my existing kick and I reversed it just to get, for the time being, to get two moves each, because I want to ultimately do a three-move combo with the ability to go in between punches and kicks, and ultimately having maybe six moves total. So you can kind of punch or kick, and the next move can be a punch or a kick, and they kind of ramp up in power and type. So anyway, I've just got this set up for now, and the animations are temporary. They're just the existing ones reversed, so they don't look that great. Okay, so that's the anim tree setup. Just quickly, the node that I use there. Don't forget to actually show the node setup. It's this one, the UDK and blend base, and you would right link that and add the other input. So your main tree will always run through the first one. So as long as you can look at the character there, he's idling, which goes into my main thing there, and then there we go into the punch, and then we go into the punch, and then we go into the, so there you could see the problem already with reversing the animation there. It actually started at the last frame, and that'll actually happen in the game as well the very first time I do it. So this is a temporary solution. As soon as I replace those animations, they'll be good to go. So there we've got the reversed kick, and then there we've got the original kick. So it's the blend based node, and you have to go in at the bottom on the node name and give it a unique name, just like most things in the UDK. And the blend time there, I've actually zeroed it out. The default there is 0.25. That's not, I'm not sure if that is used in any way, but you can actually in Kismet set your blend times. So for each animation you call in, you can give a different blend time if you want it. Okay, so yeah, so that's the animation tree setup, and in Kismet we've got this is you'll recall from my older videos, this is where I call the attack sequence, and I've replaced it now. I didn't use matinee at all now anymore. Originally I had to use matinee to run the animation, which was the only way that I could find that actually the animation works. I'll just show this this one. I think I've shown this in a previous video as well, but just quickly again to refresh it. The pawn animia is actually something you can use on a typical Unreal pawn, scripted pawn, so like the UT pawn or whatever. It doesn't blend, but I've used this before, and it doesn't work on the mobile placeable pawn. So this is the one that I've used before that I knew about, but again this one doesn't blend, and it doesn't actually have the ability to blend from within this node. So this is another node that I've known about for a while. I haven't been able to make it work until now. And to actually find it now again is the question. Anim there, so set active anim child, and that's basically it. You put your node's name there, the base blend that the node that you added, the index there is the link, so the main tree runs through index 1 and then whatever comes next, and your blend time, and that is basically it. And obviously your target, which is your player pawn. You can actually call this on a skeletal mesh that you've placed in the level, which is pretty cool. It's something that I've wanted to be able to do for a long time now, and I've only been able to figure it out now. So that's it. So I call the animation. Previously in Matinee, I would have run the animation for 0.55 seconds. So I delay it now by 0.55 seconds. My attack sequence would happen at 0.25 seconds. So now I just delay it by 0.25 seconds. Run the attack. You'll also notice from previous video, I've completely gotten rid of the projectiles, which I'll explain in another video. But the reasoning is that I couldn't find a way to detect what the projectile is hitting, and I really want the ability to do that. So I've actually gotten rid of them, and I've gone back to a simple trace, which I figure is basically the same thing, except you have to do all the stuff in Kismet yourself that the projectile would provide, like give damage and play effects and stuff like that. So that's it. So these things here replace this matinee, and I mean including this one over here. So this one sets the punch or kick animation. I've got a double setup now. I've used one button for punch and one button for kick, and you can string them together: punch, kick, punch, or punch, punch, or at the moment there's only two. There's only two combos, so it's punch, punch, or kick, punch, or punch, kick, or kick, kick. And anyway, so play the animation, delay for the animation to play, for the animation to give the animation chance to play, and then set it back to your original tree. So set it back to index 1 over there. And that's basically it.